Hi there. So we're coming to the end of what has been a fairly unsettled July, and the harvest is definitely getting into swing, as you can see from this wonderful video of a rainbow covered combine harvester taken on a farm in Lakenheath. I absolutely love the rainbows. It's a wonderful tribute to our amazing NHS. I'm sure a lot of you have been out on the fields getting into the harvest as well, so if you have any photos or videos, please feel free to send them to us on social media. And indeed, if you have any questions about the forecast to get some of your harvest work done, you can always call our forecasters on 09065 777675. They're available every day from 6 AM till 6 PM and calls cost £1.55 a minute plus network access charges, so please feel free to give us a call. Now let's take a look at the jet stream over the next few days. So starting off with a trough clearing to the east and quite an amplified sort of pattern going on. And you can see over the next sort of couple of days a bit of a break there, allowing a ridge of high pressure to build in before another area of the jet stream comes over again, pushing an area of low pressure towards us towards the end of the week. Now let's take a look at the forecast for Wednesday. So we've got high pressure building to the south of the UK. So this will generally sort of keep things dry and quite bright, quite settled over the coming days, so Wednesday, Thursday. But an area of low pressure out to the west will start to push spells of rain and cloud into parts of Ireland and then across into Scotland. Generally sort of northwestern parts, so that's something to watch out for, while sort of southeastern parts stay drier and brighter under that area of high pressure. Plenty of sunshine and a southerly flow developing into Thursday brings some warmer air up from the continent, so temperatures starting to pick up as well into the sort of high 20s on Thursday, so could get quite warm. And as we head into Friday, this does look like it will be the warmest day this week and of the month as well, potentially even of the year. So one to watch out for. Things are looking to get quite warm, but we'll start the day with high pressure to the east of us, which will keep the southeastern parts dry for most of the time, while low pressure out to the west will push a cold front across western parts from Friday into Saturday as well, so that's something to bear in mind. But just having a look, high pressure out to the east at first, but then as we go through Friday, a risk of a few sort of heavy thundery showers potentially in the southeast. Then as we go on to Saturday, that cold front clearing during the morning, and then just more sort of showery conditions for the rest of the day, although many places will stay dry and quite bright. Temperatures down a touch on Saturday though. So let's take a look at what this means for our spraying conditions. So those green colours on the map showing ideal spraying conditions, and as you can see over the next few days, with that ridge of high pressure building in, with those settled conditions, we've got a lot of those green colours on the map, particularly in southeastern parts at times where winds will be light, there won't be any rain. So these are good conditions for spraying, but also for the harvest, for haymaking, so that's something to bear in mind. But also something to think about is the temperatures picking up into Thursday and Friday might just reduce those sort of ideal spraying conditions a bit, so it's definitely one to watch with the forecast. So taking a further look at those temperatures that we just mentioned, this is the sort of temperature trend for Oxford over the next sort of coming days, and you can see starting off sort of in the sort of low sort of 20s, but as we go through Thursday, as that southerly flow develops, and into Friday, really looking to get some warm temperatures there, particularly sort of on to Friday, 30 Celsius possible quite widely in the southeast, maybe even 31 or 32 Celsius. So definitely looking like a hot day before temperatures falling again into the weekend and the sort of coming week ahead, with temperatures sort of fairly close to average. And just taking a quick look at the minimum temperatures as well, as that ridge of high pressure builds in over the next couple of days. Wednesday night indeed could be quite a cold one under those clear skies, or not cold, but colder than normal. Before that warmer air comes up into Thursday, Friday, and we start to see some milder nights. So let's take a look a little bit further ahead. We'll go into the early part of next week. So it does look like at some point Sunday, sort of Monday, we'll have another area of low pressure approaching from the west, and that does look to bring spells of rain to some parts, although the exact track of this area of low pressure is not quite certain at the moment. It could go across southern parts of the UK, or it could head further north. So that is one to watch for the start of the week. Into sort of the early to middle part of next week, following that area of low pressure clearing to the east, we'll have a ridge of high pressure building in, so that will bring us some drier, more settled conditions for a short time. However, another area of low pressure that you can currently see sort of out in the Atlantic there to the west of the UK will then bring some more rain, some further wetter conditions for the middle part of next week. And this is really supported in the sort of week 2 picture of our monthly outlook. So you can see on the mean pressure anomaly, those blue colours over much of Europe indeed, showing lower than average pressure, so generally a more unsettled flavour to the weather, although there'll still be those occasional ridges of high pressure in there, bringing a few sort of drier and brighter intervals. Looking at the precip anomaly as well, you can see a lot of those green colours across sort of western parts of Britain, southern Scandinavia, much of central Europe, so that low pressure bringing those spells of rain or showers. We've got a few areas of Europe drier than average, generally sort of southwestern Europe, southeastern Europe staying dry, and some parts of northern Scandinavia as well. Taking a look at the temperatures, many places are close to average, indeed across the UK. Week 2 looks quite average in terms of those temperatures. Some things to note, sort of parts of Iberia looking like warmer conditions, indeed much of southern Europe looking, temperatures look to be above average, and just a few places of below average temperatures, sort of southern central Europe and parts of northeastern Europe as well. Looking into week 3, looks like a bit of a change on the way. It looks like high pressure will attempt to build to the northwest, almost right across the British Isles, so that would generally bring us a more settled week. And you can see with the sort of precipitation anomaly here, a lot of the brown colours on the map showing drier than average conditions across much of Western Europe under that area of high pressure building. Only a few sort of areas with those wetter than average conditions across parts of Scandinavia, and indeed across sort of near sort of the Mediterranean, a few areas of green there as well. With the temperatures looking to pick up a little bit into week 3, and much of Europe looking at temperatures slightly above average, and you can see across the UK most places will be average, although you can see southern Britain has got a few sort of above average temperatures there, so signals for a few warmer temperatures there. And looking into week 4, not much in the way of strong signals for week 4. Generally, I imagine that high pressure will still sort of be lingering across much of Britain, although it will be generally weakening, while low pressure starts to dominate across parts of Scandinavia and Eastern Europe. And you can see across British Isles, we've still got sort of close to normal amounts of rainfall, if not slightly drier than average, so suggesting that high pressure might still have a hold on our weather. And the sort of precipitation across the rest of Europe generally quite variable. Temperatures for most places close to average, if not slightly above average for the time of year, so definitely sort of above average across much of southern Europe. So let's take a look at the outlook then for the coming month. So over the next few days, it will become settled for many places as high pressure builds in from the south. Northwestern parts may have spells of rain at times, so that is something to bear in mind. The best of the settled weather in the southeast. It'll become increasingly hot towards Friday as that southerly flow develops from sort of Thursday onwards, and then with the potential for a thundery breakdown to finish the week, most likely in southeastern parts. So that is something to watch out for. Definitely keep an eye on your forecast there. The following week, it'll most likely be sort of areas of low pressure interspersed with occasional ridges of high pressure. So there will be some drier and brighter days at times, but also some spells of rain. And temperatures will again sort of drop closer to average. And then we've got the potential for high pressure to build into mid-August, but that is definitely one to watch. So do keep an eye on our forecast by following us on social media. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And if you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.